A Matter of Principle by James Cotter. Chapter 5. The drone of the evening traffic can be heard in the distance as Clive struggles to rake up the leaves from one of the small paths that lead to the exit of his beloved park. He is clearly distracted by something or someone as he sets about his arduous chore. The whistling wind that sets the leaves dancing and scurrying makes his task almost impossible. He scratches the tines of the rake through the leaves as if to dig deep into the tarmac of the path, and swipes the leaves backwards towards him in a clearly aggravated manner. It is nearing clocking off time, and he knows he'll have to concentrate if he's going to get the job done. And normally he would be fine. He enjoyed the repetitive, monotonous nature of raking leaves. It gave him time to think, but now, as ever, there was only one thought on his mind. Mr. Wexford.
Mr. Wexford worrying about today came down to monitor me,
he says in a slow, monotonous tone.
Like I need monitoring. Been doing this job 10 years without the likes of him coming down here monitoring me. He says it's part of a new initiative. Well, he's talking rubbish, ain't he?
He leaned on his rake and glared at the pile of leaves he had accumulated. If he was expecting an answer from it, he certainly didn't receive one.
New initiative. It's a vendetta. I've said it before and I'll say it again. He's got something against me. The moment I clapped eyes on him, he gave me a funny look. Well, I carried on the best I could, with that Burke standing over my shoulder. What else could I do?
Again there was no answer from the pile of leaves. If anything, it seemed as though they were against him, as a sudden gust of wind sent half of the pile of leaves scurrying back onto the path that Clive had just raked clear. But Clive didn't even seem to notice, as he continued to lean on his rake, lost in the world of his own dark thoughts.
Always hanging about with his little clipboard, and every now and again he'd get his little pen out of his top pocket and jot down a little note to himself. I don't know what he's writing, but I couldn't care two figs. Little notes indeed. You put in years of dedicated service, and what do you end up with? You end up getting monitored. That's what. I have a good mind to leave.
Clive's grip on the handle of his rake tightens at the injustice of it all, and angered at the very idea, starts vigorously raking the escaped leaves back towards the pile once more.
But I won't. Someone has to make a stand. I don't need new initiatives. This park does not need new initiatives. Am I a statue to stand here and do nothing?
Again, no answer was forthcoming, but Clive didn't care. He had made his mind up. The time had come to act, and act now.
Someone has to make a stand against clipboards and pens and little notes, he said. It's a matter of principle.
The wind begins to howl, and the falling leaves shift and swirl. Clive stands unmoved, the only permanent feature of the park, like a marble statue showing a glimpse of the men of the past who fought for their livelihoods and lands. Clive knew that his actions would, for now, halt any plans Mr. Wexford had for his beloved park, but sheer pig-headedness would not stop the ongoing tide of new wave of initiatives that would one day be awash all over the minions of the local county council. Clive knew he was a sole crusader who could put a stop to the decline of his beloved park, but he had to act now. A Matter of Principle was written and read by James Cotter. The script editors were Denise Halfpenny, Bex Harvey, Ian Guy, and Mark Pearson, and the script associates were the Slack brothers. A Matter of Principle is a 2010 Low Mike production.